I am back with a new video, and today I'll be sharing with you all of my makeup must-haves. Okay, so if you have watched the previous one, you should know that I will be sharing some of my favorite makeup according to categories. So my favorite base makeup, my favorite lipstick, favorite eyeshadow. Okay, if you have been watching my videos, I think you should know that I'm quite a loyal makeup fan, so I will just stick to the makeup that I really like for a long time. So of course, with this bunch of favorite makeup, I definitely have a lot of repetitive ones which I've mentioned quite a lot of times, but that just shows that I really love them and I still cannot find a dupe for them. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to some of my favorite makeup. Okay, we'll start off accordingly to how I usually like to do my makeup. So I will start off with my favorite base makeup. Okay, so we'll start off with the primers, and here we have two primers, one from Guerlain and one is from Burberry. The gold primer, which I have been raving a lot about. This is actually called the Allure Pure Radiance Concentrate with Pure Gold. And as you can tell, I'm finishing. This is like my second bottle if I'm not wrong. And I recently just went to the airport and got myself 2 more bottles. Guerlain also sent me 1 bottle, so I have 3 backup. This is really good, and the reason why I like it is because it helps to firm up your base so nicely. So you start off with a very firm and hydrated base before your makeup. So as you already know, we all must start up with a blank and clean and flawless canvas before our foundation. So this really preps the skin really nicely. Wow. So this is another primer that I love using recently. It is the Nude Radiance No. 1 Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. So it kind of works like a liquid highlighter. When you apply it, you can see that your face is glowing. And what I like about this is that if you are not going for the thick foundation makeup look, you can always apply this and head out, because this will really make your skin look like it's glowing. And if you use this as a base before your foundation, it's gonna make your foundation glow as well from within. The two of them has different benefits. So if I'm looking for a very radiant, glowing base makeup, I'll go for the Burberry one. If I want to have a very hydrated, firm base to work with, I'll be using the Guerlain one. Okay, next up we have our foundation, and for this, I have to mention my favorite Etude House Double Lasting Foundation again. This is the one in the bottle form, the glass bottle one, and there is the compact one, which again, I said before that I really prefer the glass bottle ones. This is in the shade Petal, and I have another shade called Vanilla, and I mix the two of them together. And I think I have mentioned this a lot of times before, but the reason why I like this is because it gives off a very nice finish. It's not too dewy and not too matte. And it also gives off a very good coverage, plus it's long lasting as well. I am using it right now. So another foundation that I've been loving is the MAC Lightful C. This is the Quick Finish Cushion Compact. So it's a, you know, like a BB cushion kind of thing, but it's actually foundation inside, which means the coverage is amazing. And yeah, so a lot of cushion compact are BB cream, and BB cream has lesser coverage, which I don't really like. I prefer something with a higher coverage. Otherwise, what's the point of applying foundation, right? Okay, next we have concealer, and I have quite a number of concealer here. Definitely the Sam Tip Concealer. I know, again, mentioned it a lot of times already, but still my holy grail. Cannot find any other concealer that can beat this, and it is the only one that can cover my freckles, my sunspots and other pigmentations. Yeah. So apart from my highly raved the Sam Concealer, recently I found Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer, which I have been loving as well. So I don't think this concealer is that beautiful, but it definitely is high coverage, so it's great for your under eye. But if you want to conceal like areas like the pigmentations and stuff, and you need to build up a lot of layers, it's kind of hard to work with this. But otherwise, it's amazing to highlight your nose and, you know, highlight this region. I have been loving this. Another concealer that I've been loving is the Boeing Benefit Industrial Strength Concealer. This is actually the old packaging. The new packaging looks like this, but this is the airbrush one. So it's kind of like this pot of concealer inside this tub, and I always use a concealer brush, tap a lot of it, and then I'll just lightly like stamp it on areas that I need to conceal. And I also use this around my eyebrows just to, you know, define my eyebrows. And for powder wise, I have 3 of them here. Number 1 is the Studio Waterweight MAC powder. I really enjoy using this. This actually comes in 2 different shades. So this is like pinkish and highlighting, and this is in your normal skin shade. The one I'm using is in light, and I really like this because it is not too heavy. How I like to use this is that I will use this sponge, and I'll just tap between the 2 of them and set the concealed areas. especially my freckles as well. So right after this, I will use my Guerlain Meteorites Compact. Ta-da! This has been my favorite for the longest time. So I'll take a powder brush, just dust it around my face to set the rest of my makeup. So this is how I usually like to set my makeup. I'm sure you have seen this combo in Get Ready With Me a lot of times before. So this has been my favorite, and I also brought it on Mimi Shop, that's why there's the sticker here. Another powder that I've been loving is this Can Make one. The packaging is what stole my heart actually, and this is a very small and compact one, so you can bring it around just to set your makeup in case there's any like areas that's like kicking up or just any areas that's cracking. You can always bring this around to fix your makeup. So like I said, the packaging is the one that stole my heart, but the powder itself is really nice as well. It's translucent, and what is great about this is that it fills up your pores. So if you have any areas that is really bumpy, the moment you set it on, it will actually blur out all your pores. That's the magic of this powder. I have no idea what this is called, but it says Face Powder 02 over here. Okay, moving on, we have our eyebrows. So my current favorite eyebrow pencil is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit, and the reason why is that the eyebrow pencil comes in an arc like this, so it's really fast filling on the brows, and it also comes with a spoolie. Okay, you don't really need anything more than this. Yeah. I like to set my eyebrows with powder as well, so the two of the favorite eyebrow powder right now is the Can Make Mixed Eyebrow and the Caked Eyebrow Powder as well. So actually the two of them are quite similar. This is more cool tone than this. So the good thing about the Can Make one is that it's really cheap. It's about $6 if I'm not wrong. Okay, next up we have eyeshadows. So first eyeshadow we have here is this MAC single eyeshadow called Wedge. I use this to contour my nose and contour my eye crease a lot of times, and so this is just a very usable and versatile eyeshadow. You can use it basically all the time. So this shade is really perfect for nose contour. It makes your nose contour look super natural. So I have another 3 eyeshadow palette here, and they are all the Tartelette eyeshadow palettes. This is the Tartelette in Bloom, this is Tartelette in Toasted, and this is Tartelette itself, the original one. So the original Tartelette has very matte and basic shades. Tartelette in Toasted actually has all the warm tone orangey shades. Tartelette in Bloom has all this nice mauvey wearable shades. So out of the 3 palettes, my favorite is Tartelette in Bloom, and then the second one is Tartelette Toasted. But I have to say all 3 of these palettes are amazing. Like, they all have different shades and different usage, so it really depends on what kind of look you are looking for. Okay, so next is eyeliner, and over here we have Excel Pencil Liner, which is the bomb. And then we have Mote Liner. Mote liner. I think someone told me it's Mote, and I've raved about this quite a number of times too. The reason why I like this is because of the grip, and it's kind of a little bit heavier than usual. For some reason, it's just so easy to draw using this. And as for the Excel Pencil Liner, the reason why I like this is because it's super blendable, and the moment it dries off, it sets there for like... yeah, it's just there. Alright, next up we have blusher. So we have 2 blushes here, and these are my go-to blushes recently. So we have one from 3CE, this is in hashtag Mono Pink. And next we have the Etude House Classic Blusher. And I know Etude House for this, like, you know, this puff with this little ribbon. This shade is similar to the shade just now from 3CE, but slightly pinker. And this is like more toned down a little, and this one is in the shade Peach Shoe Wafers. So these 2 are my current go-to blushes. It's super wearable, you can wear it at any occasions. It's not too pigmented, so when you put it on, it's not too hard to work with. Okay, next we have highlighters, and we have 2 palettes here. This is from NYX Born to Glow, and this is from Milani, and it is the Stella Lights Rose Glow. So the 2 of them are both extremely pigmented, so when you apply it, you are basically glowing. Wow. Today I'm using the Stella Lights one, and I'm using the brightest shade. The 3 shades are gorgeous. Over here at this palette Born to Glow, my favorite shade is this, the pinky one. I feel this one is nice as a blush as well if you are looking for something shimmery on your cheeks. This shade is great to apply around here to make it look like you're contoured. The good thing is both palettes are very light, so you can just travel around with it, and there are a lot of shades to pick from. So okay, next we have my favorite lipstick, and it's really so hard for me to pick out one that is my favorite because I always use a different lipstick every single time I head out. So as I was picking out my favorite lipstick for this category, I gave it a few criteria. Number one, I have to be using it the most out of the rest of the lipsticks. Number two is that if I don't want to think about what lipstick I'm using that day, which one will I reach out to? And so I ended up with two of these lipsticks. And the first one is the Pony Effect Someday Somewhere. As always, it is a very nice MLBB rosy tone. I'm a very bullet lipstick kind of girl. I don't really like liquid lipstick. When I don't want to think about what lipstick I like to use, this shade is always the go-to shade. It is wearable, it matches pretty much every look, and the texture is great as well. It's like a velvety finish. So another lipstick that I pick out is from Laneige, and it is the Silk Intense lipstick series. So recently they came out with a few new shades, which is the Rose edition, and again I'm a huge fan of rose lipstick, and this shade is the Be My Rose in 013. It is also a nice rosy shade. I think it's kinda the same as the Pony Effect one. Yeah, they look the same, oh my gosh.
Oh no!
This is slightly darker. So it's not new that the Silk Intense lipstick has amazing formula. So I have been a huge fan of the Silk Intense series for a long time now, and since they came out with a few more shades that I like, I decided that this should be in my favorite. And yeah, that is all for all of my makeup favorites. And I know, as always, a lot of them haven't changed, but it just shows how much I am loving these products, and it's not an ad or whatever it is. So I have all of my favorite makeups all on my bed right now. If I ever lose all of these at one go, I'll be so upset. Okay, so that is all for this video. I hope you like it as always. If you have any other requests, please let me know at the comment section below. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video as always. I hope you like it, and I'll see you all really soon.